In this construction, this is different from the last one that I talked about on the previous page. Perpendicular line from a point not on the given line. So here's my given line. I'll give it a name. We'll call it line C. Okay? A is not on my given line. So we have a point. We have to use that point. So this is a little different from the last construction just because the point is not on the line. So what you're going to do is you're going to get your compass. And you have a point. You're going to put your needle point on the given point A, and then you're going to stretch out your compass enough so that when you make an arc, it's going to touch the given line. Alright? So when you do that, you want to make sure that when you draw an arc here, okay, and you can go all the way through and create a smiley face. Okay? So again, all I did was put my needle point here, and I made an arc that goes below the line and above the line, so it touches my line at 2 points. And to me, this kind of looks like a smiley face or a sailboat, which is different from the perpendicular line from a point on the line, which has perfect parentheses. So this is kind of like a smiley face or a sailboat. Once you've made that, you can put your compass aside for a second, and we have to label our points. So I'm going to call this X and this Y. And again, these are going to be our anchor points. So what you do then, the next step, is to put your needle point on X, and then you're going to make an arc. And this arc should be a little bit past the given point. So you want to go a little bit past the given point so you can make it nice and clear. And all you're going to do is you're going to make one of those big arcs that come above the point and below the point. So again, above the point and below the point, and freeze your compass. Do not change the distance from the needle point to the pencil. Now, I did it from X, so what other point do I have? I have point Y. So all you're going to do is the same thing. If these constructions, when you do these, you're seeing this repetitive same thing from each side. So what you're going to do is put your needle point on Y and make that same arc so you can see your arcs touching. Okay? And then you can lift it up. Again, all I did was put my needle point on Y and draw that arc. So you put your needle point on X, draw an arc a little bit past the point, and do the same thing with Y. And again, this all has to do with circles and their radii, and we will get to this further when we get to the circles unit. So you can put your compass away, and now, like before, I'm going to label these points. We're going to have, let's call this O and P. So now, you connect O to P using your straight edge, and if you did it right, you should hit all the points in this line. And now this blue line, like we've been talking about, is the perpendicular line. Okay? And this creates 90-degree angles in here. So we have 90, 90, 90, and 90, right? So we can now say that line, we'll call it OP, this blue line, our perpendicular line, is perpendicular to line X, Y. And that is how you create a perpendicular line from a point not on the line. And back to my sailboat thing, if you can imagine, if you were to, this is not part of the construction, do this, kind of got a little flag, it looks like a sailboat. So if you're having trouble telling the difference between on the line versus off the line, you're off land, you're in a boat, and that's what it looks like to me.